you would think it would have been executed at the highest Apple level.
Yeah, true.
Or the highest Google level, the highest, like,
I would have thought that at one point.
Ford level.
I don't know anymore. Yeah.
The highest Microsoft level. Like, pristine execution.
Honestly, we've been through a crazy 2025, starting with the fires.
Yeah.
El Tadino,
Yes.
Palisades, Malibu. So as an Angelino, we were heavily affected by that. Maybe people think it's over, but it's not. There's still a lot of remnants of, the getting back to healing, some form of healing. So that was the beginning of the year. Then you get to the ice raids and the energy of the people needing healing as well. Like, who's standing up for us? Who's going to champion Latinos, Mexicanos? Who's going to champion us? Even other people from Salvador, from Guatemala, Nicaragua, all these different people that make up Los Angeles as a mosaic of cultural representation. It felt like East LA, Boyle Heights, and I'll say Will has more connection to it because he's always there. Mm-hmm. But the idea of people standing together is powerful. And I think that's where East LA is right now. It's like, how do we find solace and peace amongst each other and standing with the people that are affected? The paleta man, the frutero, the people in the factories, the ladies that are taking care of kids in freaking, Brentwood and Beverly Hills. Those are the people that we're speaking to.
And the vendors. Okay, so you have, in Boyle Heights, you have more mom and pop stores in Boyle Heights than you do across LA. Mm-hmm. What do I mean by that specifically? There's like, yes, in Hollywood and East Hollywood and West Hollywood, you have small stores, but Boyle Heights and East LA is like, there's a lot of them. The local Mexican food has not, or the local, cafe has not been rendered obsolete fully by Starbucks.
Good.
Like, you still have local vendors. And so from Boyle Heights, from my perspective, going there, I go there often. My program is there. There's confusion. There's fear. By 5 o'clock, there's usually traffic. There's not that much traffic.
Wow. Okay.
People they're not out, because you would think, hey, look, we're gonna go out there, we're gonna apprehend criminals. You would think people are like, oh wow, our neighborhood's gonna be safer. It's not. And it didn't come with like a relief. It came with the angst.
Right, because they're not grabbing criminals; they're grabbing dads and moms and grandmas.
Families.
And it's bizarre. Yeah.
Which is really, what's the word I'm looking for? Cowardly.
Mm-hmm. And causes such long-term generational damage if these things don't actually end up working out. You're splitting families apart and then expecting them to carry on and be good, upstanding citizens. How does that happen?
Yeah, you would think would America being America, you would think it would have been executed at the highest Apple level.
Yeah, true.
Or the highest Google level, the highest, like,
I would have thought that at one point.
Ford level.
I don't know anymore. Yeah.
The highest Microsoft level. Like, pristine execution. Mm-hmm. The highest operations put in place. Every box ticked, we know exactly where these people are. How would they know that? Well, you remember COVID? Remember when we all went to Dodger Stadium and we got swabbed up and we got vaccinated willingly? And then there's, and to some people they were feared into doing it, but they still did it. Mm-hmm. There was the willing, and then there was the feared, but people's names, even undocumented people's names, are there. They know who they are. You would think they'll be like, hey, look, message to Angelinos. For the undocumented people, come to this area. We're going to document you. There's going to be a ceremony. we appreciate your work.
Because the city can't run without you.
Yes, the city can't run without you. We see you, we acknowledge you, we appreciate you. We're gonna actually turn you into citizens now. You would think it would be like awesome. Dodger Stadium knows how important these people are. The Padres know how important these people are. The Rams, every single place that's about an audience. Beverly Hills knows how important these people are. All the rich folks that need nannies know how important these people are. Mm-hmm. Our city is beautiful because of these folks. Food is in our supermarkets, our local markets. They know how important these people are. So you'd think we would have done it before the raids, and the raids were specifically to folks, that they know where they are. Mm-hmm. You'd think there would be some strategy utilizing the technology. You probably didn't see that, but there was a satellite that went across our head 1,000 miles an hour that saw through this building. Mm. Right? They know where these people are. It's not 1980. It's not 1970. It's 2025.
But it feels like 1950.
But it feels like sloppiness. You know what I mean? It's an inhumane, disregard tactic that's happening to brown people.
Yeah, fear has been a horrible trauma to a lot of people, mm-hmm. especially the kids. Me being a parent, seeing how other parents are, getting taken away from their kids, and the kids are screaming, and, what's the outcome of their future with the trauma and the experience and just the negativity that comes from that. It's
and people get confused. They're like, so what are you saying, will.i.am, that our border should be open? No, that's not what I'm saying.
I don't think anyone has said that.
No, in the comments.
Like that. Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying it's, people take it from one extreme to the other. So you're saying, I think we should be reasonable, and people are like, oh, well, I just guess you don't care about immigration at all. Let all the criminals in. What a slippery slope.
Yeah, there's a whole spectrum there. Like you're over here on the far extreme. You're red and then blue. There's a whole bunch of colors in the middle, right? And so you can't ignore how we treat these colors. You can't just mush them, mm-hmm. say it's red, blue, and then the middle is just brown. Go after the brown. Let's keep the blue safe, the red safe, and everyone else in the middle is brown. No, in the middle, in the spectrum, there's orange, there's yellow, there's, lavender, there's ultra, right? There's all these other colors in the spectrum. And so it's not all brown. It's not all mush. And so there should be some effort to acknowledge while keeping our community safe, no angst, transitioning from folks that have been in our neighborhoods for 20, 30 years and document them so that, their income tax that has been removed anyway. These people working 2-3 jobs, And there should be a method of doing that. There should be a civilized path to do that. And this militia, in a way, feels like that's been sanctioned to go into these communities.